Hello, it's Marco here from Markom3D, and let's create some more stuff for this animated short film. Cool, that is my title, just wanted to make sure. So in this short film, we're hopefully going to have it released on Friday. We've got voices from Curtis Holt, CG Matter, Carl Poiser, and a local Canberra streamer called Little Annie. I think that's what it is, yes. So I'm really looking forward. Everything seems to have come well with the audio. I still got to do all the motion capture and so on and so forth. But here we are with the tutorial series that that's been going on for the past couple of days. If I bring up Vegas, let me just quickly, and we'll go into flight path, and I'll just quickly show you the end result of what we actually had come through. That is the wrong one. Let's go File, New. Let me just quickly import that video file, import media. So if you're using Vegas, you always go Media, Open Sequence, Open. And then what it's actually going to be is if I just expand this a smidgen, bring that over. And so this is kind of the end result. Now it can be a little bit better, but I mean, that's not too bad. I'm fairly happy with how that turned out. This bit here is a little bit janky. That bit there's janky, but that's fine. But I really like this flying through the mesh, flying through the objects really turned out nice. So I was fairly happy with that. And we're going to kind of continue on with this stuff as well. So let's have a look. What do we got? So I'm going to go File, Save As, Broken Ship Elements. So let's rename that to Warp In. And so what happens is this ship actually comes in, and then from the person's view as you're looking, you will see this gigantor of a ship come into view, which is kind of like the enemy ship. And in the short, he kind of disables all his engines, and the thing kind of just like rotates around. That looked intense. Thank you very much, mate. Pecola. So shut up, phone, don't want to know you. So let's start off. We've got our two ships, so I'm going to delete this one. Let me get both my ships. So we've got our core class ship, that's the big one, core ship, which is our little one, which in the first instance we don't see, so I'm just going to kind of just move it off to the edge there. Currently it's got constraints, so we'll turn that off. Let's now go find our small ship. Beautiful. It doesn't have a character in there, but what I'll do is I'm just going to kind of make the shot, and then we'll come in and put that character in there. So the initial plan was, is this cube, what's this cube? Let me have a look. Oh, that's the field. Okay. We've got no constraints in this. Beautiful. What I'm going to do is bring him over here, rotate 90 degrees, so he's still attached to something. What are you attached to, buddy? The camera is attached to this ship. So let me just quickly go into constraints, follow path, track 2. So let's get rid of this one. And we will get rid of this one. So that's cleaned that up now. Beautiful. File, save as. Let's just make sure. Yep, warp in. All right, so what we want first thing is it to come warping in. CGI Tech, welcome, buddy. All right, so let's do some animating. So let's start frame 1. The first thing I'm going to do is set up a parent, because the question is what kind of warp do we want to do? Jeffa, welcome. I think what I might do is have the ship like elongated, and then when it comes in, it kind of compresses into its actual form. So to do that, I'm going to go Shift S, cursor to selected. So our 3D cursor's there. Let's go Shift A, and I'm going to add in another empty just for now. So let's just go sphere. We'll call this one the sphere. Let's go GX, and I'm going to put the sphere at the front. So when it takes off, what's going to happen is the ship will stretch from the back forward, but when it comes in, it's the front of the ship's going to stretch into the front. Do you layer kit bashing details to make the ship? Yeah, so this ship here I actually purchased because I actually wanted to learn a few techniques, and I'm just going to use it like, well, whatever. Merger, welcome, buddy. With one of the other ships, let me just quickly bring the other one up. Oh gosh. Oh golly golly gosh. Bear with me. I'll find the other ship that I was working on, but yeah, it's just layering it. So let's go File, Open, Ships, Starship Large. I think that's the other one. That's the one we just had. Yep. So let's go File, Open. Let's just quickly check the Patreon stuff. No, wrong one. OneDrive. Patreon. No, it's public and then Patreon. Public. I'm just going to have a quick look. One or two of these ships. Freighter? Nah, that's not the one. Anyway, so I've got a larger ship that I was actually building on, and it's just kind of layer upon layer upon layer. Yeah, I don't understand what's with all the empties off that model. It was an FBX that I imported, so yeah, kind of like the like a Star Trek warp. So let's start off with that. So what I'm going to do is select the ship first, and then I'm going to select the empty we just created. Control P to parent and keep transformation. And so now, obviously, if I scale along the X, you can see that it's kind of blank. We're going to have that effect. So at frame 30, I'm going to press I, and then we will set rotation, location, and scale. Okay. And then we'll go back 20 frames. Let's go G to the X, and I'm just going to plop it all the way back there. Let's go scale, location. And then if we kind of press play. All right, so we've got that. So let's go there. We're going to scale X. Let's go 2. So it's going to be stretched. And what we might do is actually go into animation, because I don't want it to be, I want it to start like de-stretching when it's closer. So probably at this point here. So let's expand this down here, and then we can grab all our scales. And I'm going to bring it to about, oh, that's a bit chuffed. About there. Then if we come back into layout, I think I've got the ship too far away. Yeah, so we don't see that. So maybe if I just go G minus 40, hopefully then. Is that stretched out? Ah, because I forgot to set the keyframe. Scale X to I scale. And then I'll move this one back one. Cool. And then from here, what we'll do is we'll see the ship, and we want it to continue to go forward a little bit. And so let's just go GX. So I think it might actually even be better rather than just manually keyframe, because we're not going to have that nice clear line. I think what we might do is put a path in, and then from that path is when it jumps onto that area. I think that might work out a little bit better. So let's go Shift A and do like we did in the tutorial series, curve path. Come on, you jerk. Tab. Oh, someone was telling me there was an option to show. There was an option to show which way the arrows were, which I can't remember. But there is a way to check the arrows. So for now, what I'm just going to do is I'm going to check which way the arrows are. Let's just put in a cube, and then we're going to come into the constraints, add constraint. Let's go follow path of this Bezier curve there. Select that. Nope. Where's my cube gone? Cubey. Cube. Oh, fuck. Where's that cube gone? There it is. So let's kind of go now Alt G to place it at the start. So that's the start. Is period key to zoom in on that. Then if we come into here, animate path. Okay. So we know which way is it going. So that's going the wrong way. So let's delete that now. Rotate Z 180. Beautiful. And the reason why we use path is because of the Bezier curve. We've got to kind of be a little bit more delicate with it. Sorry, I'm missing all these kinds. Wait, show your cup. I know it's green. I do it on purpose. But just so you know, I do have an orange bottle. It's just more fun. Isn't the last path positive X? Yes, it is. That's pretty much what it is. So let's just quickly kind of put it in like so. Whoops, we grabbed the wrong one. And then he's going to kind of swing in. Let's go GX. And I'm just going to E to extrude and X because I want it to kind of come in and continue flying through is what I want. Beautiful. So from here we will select that. And then I'm going to come into constraints, add constraint, follow path, this thing. Now obviously the ship's going to go all the way out to dingo whoop whoop. But that's fine. Let's go into frame probably about 40, I would say. Actually, let's go frame 30. Come back into the animation. Let's change this to animation graph because I've already set the keyframes. I'm just going to kind of move it manually to the point where it should be. Come on. We're getting there. So if I go G, oops, let's go far out. Okay, get rid of all that. There we go. And yes, I want it as a Bezier curve. G, T, which way are we going? Here we go. Beautiful. And so now if we have a look from the start, now it's not following the curve, so we've got follow curve, curve radius. So from here, I'm going to rotate Z 90 minus I rotation, and we'll do the same. So it's probably just going to be easier just to go Alt G. Let's just do that. Delete, select all, delete. You suck. Alt G to put it back on the place. So from here, I'm going to press I. We will set the location. G minus 40. I location. You numpty. Let's do that again. Here we go. G minus 40 on the X. Let's give it another 0. I location. My goodness, it's not working for me at the moment, is it? There we go. And so if I press play, we can see it comes in. Seems a little bit too slow, so let's come that way. And then it follows that path. Lovely. Now let's come back in and do our squash. So from here, we're going to press I and we'll set the scale location. And then here, this one is going to be scale like so. I scale. That might even be too slow still. Yeah, it's still too slow. So let's bring this forward a smidgen. YT video, welcome. Okay, 3D has always been hectic. Be calm. Alright, let's go Shift A. There is that shortcut key for creating a camera, which I've never mastered it. Let's have a look. Come on. Let's go GZZ. And obviously at the moment there's no character in here, but we will. Okay, I'm just trying to think how we're going to frame this shot. So what we can do is I can go track to the ship. And so what we'll have is, yeah, that's cool. Let's just give that a quick render. We can see that we've got a bit of stretch. I'm just going to press F12. Let's just have a quick squiz. Wow. Cool. What have we had? 88 people. Beautiful. Come through. If new to the channel, welcome. Oh gosh. Let's step it back a little bit. We will come into our render settings. Let me just quickly change. Which one is it? It's this one. There it is. Performance. Let's go 64 by 64. Let's go F12. Just to see what it's like. Noble Jess, welcome. How you doing? Hopefully the computer doesn't die on me because I am streaming at the same time. That's not too bad. So I discovered today the Optic X denoiser. So that's what it's doing at the moment, is it's using NVIDIA to do like AI processing to denoise. And it actually turned out really nice. So that's not too bad. We got a nice bit of motion blur. So that'll be interesting to see what it's like rendered out. I would say let's grab this this path here. Press N to bring up the side panel. Let's go into the tools view, items. There we go. And from here, I want him to tilt just a smidgen. You two can tilt. And so he tilts around the corner. And then what will happen now is it'll cut to the shot of in the cockpit of him looking to the right, which is this giant ship. So if we come from here, we will see this giant ship in the background. Question is it moving too fast? So let's just do a quick render just to kind of see how we're looking and how's it all going. How's your dad? Cool. So we're going to see this giant, massive ship off into the distance. That's not bad. So I think that'll actually really work nicely. Especially because it'll cut to him. The next shot is looking like, oh my goodness. Cuts the engines. And then what's going to happen is just before the field, it's going to be kind of rotating around. All right. That's not bad. Okay, cool. I'm happy with that. So let's just go Control S. We'll save on that one. Very short thing, probably 80 frames. We might even make the path a little bit longer. So let's say 150 frames. So it really like punches in and then slowly kind of just grazes in, because at the moment it's not going into like an attack run. What it is kind of like a training simulation where, not a training simulation, but they're doing like a training run where they're just practicing warping. Yeah, nice. And they are bringing that down. That ship should be less in focus, which is what we want. So let's go maybe about 120. Control S, we'll save that. Let's go File now, Save As, Warp In, and we will call this warp in underscore 2. Save. And then what we can do from here is now I can get rid of this path. Let me just make sure my ship is selected, and I can press period key. There's my small ship. I want to hit that front there, small ship. There's our empty. Cool. Delete. Let's select our empty. Alt G. Bring our ship back into here. Is it still got tracking? Yes, it does. So let's disable that. Rotate Z90. And so what's the next part in the shot is that the ship kind of powers down. So we'll make it kind of stop, but it's still going to have that slight rotation, because what's going to happen is kind of like the momentum of the ship is still going to be rotating, and this guy is hiding from this ship because obviously, you know, small ship, mammoth ship, you can't really attack that, can you? It would be great if the ship could have a little rotation. Yeah, ding dong. So let's delete these keyframes. And we will kick this off around frame 100. And this will give this field a bit of chance to kind of start spinning around. And let's go out to 500. Okay, so we'll make it this point here. Location, rotation, scale. And then we're going to have probably around frame, let's go 400. It's going to move to about here-ish. Rotate this way. Actually, rotate this way. Rotate XX 360. Location, rotation, and scale. Let's have a look. Is that because I need a slow rotation? And we'll press, at the moment you can see that it's kind of got the Bezier curve. So it's kind of like slowly rotating. And then it kind of now slows down. That's not what we want. We want to select everything, press T down the bottom in the timeline, and I'm going to go linear. So it's going to now go forward slowly. I think that's still a little bit too fast, because during this spin there's going to be a bit of panic as he loses sight of this ship. So I'm actually going to double it. I'm going to go G400. And then during this period, he's going to be panicking like, and then when it finishes spinning, hey Jay, hey, once it finishes spinning, whoops, let's bump that up to about 800. He's going to kind of from here, and then we're going to come over into closed Vegas. We'll probably do another shot in the ship of him coming to life. And then from there we go import media. Let's select, shut up. Let's select that. Let's select that. Yeah, ding dong. And then from here, what's going to happen is then it's going to punch it, and then it's just going to go. And then we're going to have this kind of flight through this debris. Yeah, nice. Nice. Okay, so I'm happy with that shot. So this first bit, when it's moving in, it needs to have a little bit of a Bezier because he slows it down. No, you know what? I'm going to leave it as is. Because what's going to happen is we're going to have that previous shot. So let's go broken ships out. Nope, wrong one. Right click, warp in. So let me just quickly open up a few files, then we can get kind of like what this shot is going to look like. So let's go full screen, that one. What are we looking at here? So we're going to have him fly in. Then it cuts to the guy in the cockpit going, oh crap, powers everything down. Then what will happen is we will jump into this shot, and the ship kind of just slowly rotating in that panic state where he loses sight, like, oh my goodness, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? And then obviously we're going to have in the back in the cockpit looking out, the other ship will approach. Where is it? So we'll have this ship approach. So we were building this on last week's stream. And then that's where he makes the choice to gun it. And then we come into multiple shots of this. Yeah, sick. All right, cool bananas, cool bananas. So let's go into this one. Now the next thing is I want to, so now we're back in, this is now the third shot. Thor, Con, my goodness, Con, welcome, mate. Okay. And then so now we're going to have this cinematic kind of like flight. So if I just press, oh jeez. If I go 1, Control S, because it has to be all re-rendered. Let's go back to the start. I'm just trying to think how we're going to frame up this shot. So we got both these ships. How does this turn around where they go around? That's fine. So they do a nice loop. I especially like this bit here because I actually got this ship doing a barrel roll. So for those of you who watch tutorials, down below we've got all 3 stages of this shot. We kind of went into this path here. Let's press N. And then in the tools section, we twisted. View, item. Tools. Tab. And then we're able to select each of these vertices and then do some rotation. Item. There you go, tilt. And so that's how I got the ship to tilt all the way around. So let's go about now adding another camera in. Camera, GZZ. Okay. And, oh, I mean, we could do a Battlestar Galactica shot. And so what it is we've got this super wide shot. Let me bring the camera out. So the Battlestar Galactica shot is we have a camera like this, eye, rotation, blah, blah, blah. And then from here, what we do is we go into camera settings. We change the focal length. We set the focal length back here, buddy. Right click, insert keyframe. From here, we kind of now find our ships. Eye, rotation, location. And then we kind of zoom in. Ugh. There we go. Eye, location, rotation. You're a jerk, aren't you? Zoom in to this kind of like enemy ship. That didn't really work, did it? Okay, so from here then, let's go a little bit far past them. Eye, rotation, location, and scale. And then we kind of now go, whoops. Then we kind of now track this guy a little bit. Let's just turn on auto keyframing just so I don't have to keep pressing the keyframe button. Oh, you're a jerk, aren't you? Like so. Where are you? And then we've kind of got, let's go into something like that. I think that was maybe a little bit too, stressful, a little bit too harsh. Let's keep going. And then from here, where's that ship? There it is. So he's upside down at the moment. I'm going to pan out a little bit. Right click, insert. There we go. Yeah, so that was way too harsh. So let's go something like that. Rotation. Let's bring this one in so it kind of, whoops, that's the wrong one. Control Z. Let's bring this one in. Oh, geez. No, that's a bit too much now. All right, so if we go back in real time, let's just go to 150, 120. Oh, yeah, that's cool. And obviously now, even though we're using the same path, Brian, welcome, mate. Although we're still using the same path, we can pretty much fudge it. Where are you? There you are, buddy. Oh, that's gonna look sick. But the question is how much motion blur are we gonna have? Because that ship is not really, I mean, the camera's moving with it, but we might have a little bit too much motion blur. And the camera's on this side, because I think the sun is, oh, you're a jerk, going the wrong way. Let's, It's going to take ages. For some reason, it hasn't saved my preset. Thanks, Blender. For those of you who are new, welcome. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button. Trying to hit that 25,000 mark before the end of the year. Who ordered their BlenderCon box? Because I know I did, and I've yet to receive mine. I'm kind of spewing about it. All right, so I think, so you can see how the camera comes here and then zooms in. The camera should, I reckon, start zooming in about here-ish. So let's go into the animation tab and let's go into the graph edit. Oh, actually, no, we can just do it like this. Camera focal length, and we'll bring the focal length back a bit. Back into layout. Let's press apply. There we go. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Whoop. So this here is a little bit out. So let's go rotate. Where's the sun? That is the next question. Where's my sun? Sun? Where are you, boy? Ooh. Okay. Oh. Should I? He always feels. I've actually got Curtis in this film, so I use Curtis's voice to the advantage of the very he's kind of like the commander that's very serious and like regiment. But it just works so well. I think if I do it, well, when I do another film and I use him again, I gotta put him as a droid. Like, perfect for a droid. Let's just press F12 on that one. And then, like I said, now we can splice the shots together. I will probably as well shove a camera on the side of the ship. Oh, beautiful. So what I was doing here is I just wanted to check to see what the motion blur was like. But as we can see, it looks nice. I think I might need to redo the materials on this ship, just give it some extra attention. The problem we have as well is I don't have a depth of field. I don't have a depth of field. Now, off the top, like, I know how to do it. That's fine. But what's gonna happen is if I put a depth of field on, cycles, or sorry, the denoiser will try and denoise the depth of field. Let's try it. So I've got one. This is layer 1. Let's go to render 2. Let's select our camera. And so this is something I test. I actually don't know the answer to this. Put that, and then no, I'll tell you what I want, what I really, really want. So tell me what you want, what you really, really want. I want that ship. So small starship. Let's go camera, 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 camera. There we go. Small starship. So now that's what it's pointing at. F-stop of 2.8. I think that should be fine. Let's go F12 and see what happens. See if the denoiser tries to clean up the depth of field. I think I might have to do a mist pass. Yeah. It's not going to work at all. Gosh, so that's something I'm going to have to test later. So that's Future Marco's problem. Let's not worry about that now. Cool. Okay, so now we've got 2 shots. We can splice and dice between these. Beautiful. So that shot's done. That shot's done. The last shot is now going to go find that other spaceship. So let's jump into here. Let's go D drive. Patreon. So this is all files that are available on Patreon. But the question is now I am trying to find a specific ship. No. Transport ship. Oh, come on, baby. Be this one. Come on, darling. Dang it. That's one of my old models. Sci-fi fighter? No, that's capital ship. Please be it. Please be it. I know the one I'm after. Yes, this is the old version. See, this is why it's important to make sure you have good file management. Kitbash set. There's my Kitbash. Dang it, where is it? Okay, just bear with me while I try and find Battle Cruiser. Sci-fi carrier? Oh, sci-fi carrier is that one. Alright, so that's that one. Cool. We were working on that one. What's this one? Is this? Okay, this is an old version. Dang it. This one? That's the one. Public. Okay, so that's my Kitbashing set. Go away. Not that one. This one. 93 meg. I think it should be this one. Is what we were working on. Actually, yeah, I think this is the one. Nice. Yes, so this is the one that we've been working on. For those of you who remember, this is part of like a different tutorial. Let's just see if the right material's on here. Let's go into full screen. That one. Okay, so yeah, this is the ship that we're working on. And I think now let's spend the next half an hour, 45 minutes just working on this little baby. All right. I think there's another version. Anyway. Okay, so let's go into solid mode. Let's start now doing all this stuff. For some reason, I'm finding that Blender 2.9 is always resetting my view, which is really frustrating. But let's now start. See, this is me doing this would be boring. What is the best way? Yeah, let's just do that. Okay, so let's now select this. Shift D, P, separate by selection. Let's grab this other selection in here, select that, delete faces, that way I can come in, Control L, delete faces. And then let's just kind of just start butchering this. Control B to do a bevel. Delete face. So what I'm going to do now is modifier, put in the solidify modifier. Let's go to 0. And I just want to see what size this one is. 0.05. There we go. 0.05. 0.05 or 0.5? 0.5. So these are 0.5 meter plates. Beautiful. And then we're just going to kind of go to town on it. Yep. Hide. So let's start selecting random points here. Control B, like so. Delete faces. From here, I'm going to put an edge loop through there. Let's go like this, like this. Control B to do a bevel. Select this section. GG. Yep. Control B. Delete faces. And then we can come in and select all this. Minus these points. No, actually, no. Wait, yes. No. What? So now I'm trying to think, how do I normally do this? Oh, that's how I normally do it. Dang nabbit. Let's just go like so, scale. And we'll wing this one, scale. And then we'll bring that back out. Like so. And then hopefully we've got, yeah, that nice panel in there. Let's just check that. Beautiful. So now we've got kind of those lines and we're starting to add a few bits and bobs in there. Let's go Control R, put an edge loop through there, turn that off, Control B, something like that. And then what we can do is I can put an edge loop through there, edge loop through there, grab these, and we can go GG. Beautiful. Select that, delete faces. That's kind of annoying that those are in line. So let's go GX, bring it over to the edge. And we're going to do one more, probably about here-ish. Control B. So we're just going through and adding some really big details to this whole area. Control B, delete faces. And then when we reapply that, we can see that we've kind of got this outer shell type stuff. Don't have a bevel on it, that's fine. It's very interesting to see. I'm afraid to admit that I might. I've been making sci-fi panels for a stinking long time. So with this selected, this one, this one, this one, this one. No, the other one. Let's go Shift D to duplicate again. I will name this one, period key there, and this one is underscore plates. From here, I'm going to go and, whoops, select this side here, delete vertices, Control L, delete vertices. And then I'm going to be super lazy. I'm going to select plating, greebles and plates. I want greebles and plates. So this add-on is from Markom3D Worth. Off the top of my head, the name escapes me. All right, greebles on plates. Yes. Greble pattern. I don't care. How many greeble mount? I want like 70. Max length, max height will be 0.8. 0.5. Are you generating stuff? $200? Oh, why are you being a jerk? Let's try that again. Greebles and plates. There we go. So we've got all our All right, okay, so we've got all our greebles now. And so now if we go in solid view, goal. That's a few too many. Let's go 100. 50. Yeah, that's not bad. Let's go with that. Beautiful. So I'm fairly chuffed with that. And so that's a really simple way of creating plates. Yeah, so there's a link in the description for that one somewhere down below. Okay. So here we could always come in and add in a whole bunch of more greebles. So for instance, I don't know which ones right now. Okay, so we've got this section in here. So let's maybe grab this really big piece. We've currently up the top here, we've got face snapping. We've got a snap to center of the object, and we want to affect the location and rotation. So now with that piece selected, if I go G and then hold Control, it'll snap to that face, rotate 90 degrees. Let's go like so. And I'm going to put it maybe this big. Let's go a little bit bigger. From here, I'm going to go into Add Modifier. We are going to Shrinkwrap. Shrinkwrap. Use the target will be this. Beautiful. Oh, that works perfect. But obviously you can see that it isn't the best. So let's go into Solidifier. And once again, 0.5. And now we've got this issue where it's kind of not clipping. And the reason behind that is there's not enough geometry in there. So if I press Tab to back into edit mode, I'm going to press K for the knife tool. Let's maybe zoom in. So K for the knife tool, Z because I want to cut all the way through, and C. And then it'll cut along there. Ah, that didn't work. Okay, you're a jerk. So let's go like this. I have to have the whole view. So let's go K, Z, C, enter. And now you can see that that bottom bit is now bending around that point correctly, where this point up here is still wrong. And so I know that this line here is our bending point. Go away, buddy. There we go. And we'll do that again. So K for the knife tool, Z to cut through everything, C, so it's at 45 degree angles, I think it is. I mean, 90 or 45. Yeah, it goes 90 or 45. And because I want a straight cut, I've made my cut, press enter, please work. And there we go. So we've got a little bit of funny business over here. Let's go select all that. Oh, itchy nose. Let's go right click and we will remove sharp. Control E. Clear sharp. And you're still a jerk. So let's come down into here. Normals. Auto smooth. Oh, I freaking hate you. Why are you doing this to me? Let's go that. Shift N. So this piece here is going to be the bane of my existence. So maybe if I turn that off, turn it back on. No. So what is our problem and why is that not bending? Control L, Control E, mark sharp then? No. Oh, yeah, that worked. Okay. Let's just go with that. What was that? Is 3D animation the future? I guess. Do you make thumbnails? I do make thumbnails. However, I'm starting to rework my process. Actually, thank you for reminding me because I actually wanted to do graphics design course. Graphics design. Just so I remember for later. Whoops. I've lost YouTube. Where are you, YouTube? Wrong window. This window? That window. There we go. Welcome back. And then from here, let's go mirror. And obviously now it's going to be mirroring here. But we want to mirror on this ship. So if I go here, mirror object, wham bam, thank you ma'am, is now on the other side. All these pieces are going to come in and we'll mirror all them along this side as well. All right, 1 cup down. And yeah, you can kind of see this is just my process, my workflow, and how I'm doing all this stuff. From here, that's not high enough. So we kind of want it to wrap around. If I select this, there we go. Let's now, because I'm going to want this to wrap around to here, I'm going to go select these pieces. E to extrude, I'm going to put one there. E to extrude to about here-ish. GZ. You're not a happy chappy, are you? Why are you not happy? Ah, so if I come into the modifiers, let's just check the modifiers over here. Shrinkwrap on surface nearest point. So the problem is that this here is trying to go directly to the nearest point of this mesh. That's not what I want. I want to change nearest surface point to project, and it's haggly. That's fine. We want to go negative and positive, and now you can see that it's wrapped around that. And we seem to have a bit of an issue here. Whatevs. Let's just go Control E, mark sharp. There we go. And so now we're kind of lining up with this section. Let's grab this line and this line and this line. Let's go GX, move it back a bit. So now we've got that straight line all the way through there. Now, why is this one a bit thicker than this one? Let's go Control A and apply the scale. There we go. That's looking much better. All right. Replaced by AI. One day. Coming up with a unique skill. Yes. At the end of the day, someone needs to tell the AI what to do. I've been playing around with IBM Watson at work, which is IBM's AI tool. And I mean, I've still had to teach it a lot. There's no way that it can teach itself, if you know what I mean. I think we're a long way off that. But it is very fun to play with IBM Watson, I can tell you that now. Because you can make up your own conversation tree. Oh boy, can you. I ended up trying to make like a choose your own adventure story as well. That was kind of cool. That was a bit of fun. Control L, delete vertices, because that's on there. And now you can see that we're all wrapping around this ship. Now, corner pieces, they suck. Like if you have a look at this piece in here, which one are you? I think you're at that one there. Control L. G. Yeah. It just gets yuck. If you actually want a full piece to come wrapping around using this method, you got to match the angle that this is on as well. So it kind of gets a little bit yuck. Can it do my homework? You would have to program it to do your homework. And I'm guessing if you're doing AI, I would say then, yeah, it would probably somehow do your homework once you train it properly. Okay. Ooh, what are you, buddy? Control L. All right, so we seem to have duplicates in here. Control L, delete vertices. There we go. Just a little bit of stranded stuff. And yeah, so I started putting all these little different cables about. So if you guys remember, we did a tutorial on making this modular parts in here. And then I started just creating more of these pipages. Let's go Shift D. I'm going to hold Control and do that. Snapping, what we were talking about earlier. Yeah. And so this bit in here is going to be kind of like our dock. And I think I will actually extend this out a little bit back a bit even more. What's in there? GY, push that one there. GY, push that one back. And so what we'll have, yeah, just kind of this massive dock. And we can dot lights coming up through here. Do you like Modo? I've played with Modo, but I think just Blender's now so ingrained on me. When I went from Blender 2.79 to 2.8, I really struggled hard because a lot of the keyframes changed. Like Control N used to be flip normals. Now it's new blend file. You don't need to know programming for 3D. No, I suck at programming. I can only do visual programming. So like node editing. That's the only way I can really do it. I mean, I've created a few games now using Unreal Engine. Moving forward with the channel, I think what we'll be doing is doing animations in Blender and then bringing them over to Unreal Engine. No, I haven't used Maya. I've just stuck with Blender because there's not really much point in paying for something that's free. I mean, even though I've got Blender Cloud subscription, I don't see what's the point in going over to Maya. Isn't it industry standard? Well, that was because Blender wasn't as powerful as it was back then, and it's just embedded in so many people's workflows. So it's my favorite old tool. Hey, MC Pro, bro. Will humans extinct after AI? It's interesting. Like, so I mean, you think about like the Industrial Revolution when machinery came in, and it was kind of like, no, this is the end. We're going to lose all our jobs. It wasn't that we lost our jobs. It's just they more changed direction. You know, there's more people maintaining the machines. Yeah. Markom3D podcast. I actually did have a podcast for a little bit, but the statistics weren't great. But that was kind of like when I was really just starting up the channel. So, but not really. I have no intention of going back into that. I was doing a Dungeons and Dragons podcast for a little bit. Got a few views, but it took me away from doing this. And I love Blender, love storytelling, and I think that's why D&D really, I kind of like really embrace D&D, because just the story element. Will there be, you know, future like fantasy type short films? Absolutely. My biggest hurdle at the moment is creating hair. Just kind of like really setting down the time to create something nice. That's my biggest gripe at the moment. And clothing. I do have the garment tool, which does a lot and is fantastic, but it's something I really need to sit down and work. So anyway, this is a cool thing. So for those of you who didn't know, if you do Control B to bevel a vertex, doesn't work. But if you do Control Shift B, you can bevel vertices. I learned that from Josh Gambrell's course, because still I buy courses, you know, try and keep skills fresh. And that was like within the first video I learned that. I was so angry. I did not know that. So we're going to continue on kind of just building this. If I go F12, let's just do a render. I don't know where the camera is, but whatevs. Control BV. What is this sorcery of which you speak? So yeah, definitely this is going to be very much a capital ship. And so the intention is that going back to the other shots, that's nice. I'm really happy with that. Coming back to, not that one, coming back to this shot, it'll be almost an extension. Not that one. It'll probably cut away to the person, and then in the front seat, sorry, the camera looking at the person, and then the camera looking the other way, and then it's the four little ships come in, and then the big comes in as well. What software is that? So this is Vegas. I love Vegas. I hate Premiere. I can't stand Premiere, but I do all my video editing using Vegas. My biggest gripe with Premiere is that when you're moving sound files, the wave format actually disappears. I don't understand why they have to make the waveform disappear, but they do. Anyway, that's my gripe. Yeah, ding dong. Rotate. Sorry, let's go scale X -1, and then we'll do that. Put it here, GX. So it sits roughly the same. What should we do? Let's do something. I'm not going to say lazy. Let's jump into my D drive, 3D assets. Let's go into my Greebles. Let's go to Andrew Hodge. Yeah. We want Andrew Hodgkin Kit 2 is what we want. How dare you not? All right, so as you can see, I got access to a few Greble kits. So, what can we steal from here? Actually, no, let's go steal from the other one. The other one, because I got to separate all those pieces. Is there any business opportunities? There's plenty of business opportunities. You just got to be smart about it. That's probably the best advice. You just got to be smart about business opportunities. Lucky for me, this is technically still a hobby for me. I mean, I still got to pay tax, but bear with me. I'm just having a look. That's a little bit too big. This is a nice piece. I like this piece. Let's grab that one. So let's select all this. B, Control J to join. So it's all one piece. Let's give it a name. This one will be Pipage 2. Pippage. What? It's Pippage. Let's go back into here. Let's go File. I want to append, so I actually want to bring that model across. Don't go to the E drive, go to the D drive. What does that magnet do, which is top near proportional editing? Are we talking about snapping? I think you could be talking about the snapping. Let's go Assets, Greebles, Andrew Hodgkin, that one, Object. What do we call it? Pipage 2. Bring that in. Okay, we've got that selected now. Let's go Object, Set Origin to Geometry. And then from here, let's see, what else can we dump? Do a massive dump. G, hold Control. So what I want, rotate Z, Z. Nope. Rotate XX, 190, minus, there we go. Rotate ZZ, XX, 90. Y, there we go. There we go, cool. Well, sorry, well, can I make a nice living? I'm not, but sure. You can always try, buddy. It's like I said, you got to be smart about it. At the moment, I'm still very much far away from doing that. Y90. So we can put these pieces in here. I'm just trying to find where would be a nice. Actually, let's try the front. And if we just go rotate Z90, rotate 90. If we just put massive piece just at the front there. That's not bad. I'll buy that for $1. Let's start maybe grabbing all these. So these pieces here are all part of my Greble set that I use. And that one. And what I'm going to do is I'm now just going to press Control J to join them. Add modifier. Let's throw not a multi-res. Let's add in a mirror modifier. And let's go off of that. There we go. So now it's on the other side. Lovely. What are we going to do here? I think maybe what I might do is grab this top bit. Yep. Let's grab this bit. Shift D. Ooh. G, Z. Okay. Alright. That's all right. That's okay. That's okay. Project onto that one. There we go. So now it's on the underside. Control numpad 7. There we go. And then we can go tab into edit mode. Let's go select all this. Control L, delete vertices. Nice. Okay, we've got a few haggly pieces. Oops, let's go scale Z 0. Okay, U are an issue. Control L, delete vertices. U are an issue. Control L, delete vertices. And then now let's do our cut that we did before. Is that now doubling up there? Sure is. Ah, you suck. Oh, actually, no, should be fine. Oh, rightio. That's not bad. All right, so from here, let's cut here, I would say. Select all. Nope. Select the plates. Let's grab K, C, Z, C. We'll do a knife cut through there. Enter. And we might actually press V to rip. So now it's separate pieces. Ah, no, that didn't work. I cut in the wrong spot, didn't I? So maybe what we might do is come in. Let's go GZ. Just trying to work out. Yeah, that is the right cut there. Why are you being a jerkosaurus? Oh, that's why you're being a jerkosaurus. So maybe what we'll do is let's grab this whole area. Oh, undo. Let's undo all that actually. Okay, there we go. So we're back here now. What I'm going to do is deselect everything. K, Z, C. So knife, cut all the way through, which is fine, and press enter. From here, I'm going to press Control B to do a bevel. And then I'm going to delete faces. And hopefully now we don't have any bending. Yeah, beautiful. Whoa, jeez. Okay, sorry, let's go back. Is RTX 3070 enough for rendering in 4K? Look, 1080 is fine for rendering in 4K, but it's just going to take longer. And cannot render high detailed 4K scenes. Depends what's in your scene. That's pretty much it, depending on how much stuff. I will be going for a 3080 when they come in stock, because I need it. It's got headlights, kind of thing. Oh yeah, it does too. CGI tech, I'm curious. Markom the RTX 3070. Yeah, okay, I've already answered that one. So yeah, it all depends on how heavy your scene's going to be. I mean, if you're going to have some massive yuck, what is that? Ew. Oh, did I break something? Dang it. What did I do? Right click. Control. Oh, jeez. Oh, it scared me for a sec. Mark. No. Shade smooth. Oh, fuck, why does that not work? Alright, I'm going to have to work that out later. That's Future Marker's problem. So we've got these plates now down here. They are looking schmick. So the reason why they're overlapping, because obviously if we come up close, there, you know, you can see how far they're apart, but obviously if we go further away, it's just whatever. Where's my Grebles? Oh, okay. Idiot. You idiot. I'm more annoyed about this. I don't know why it's Shift N. This is frustrating. This bit here. Anyway, we'll fix that up afterwards. But, so if I go now F12, we haven't assigned any materials to those pieces on the outside, but I'm not too concerned about that. So, I mean, all this is all coming together, all putting those little bit. It does look like headlights, you're right. Okay. Yeah. So there we go. You know what I actually might do is I might not even worry about doing the back section. I am going to do this front section though. So let's grab these files. And now the reason, I mean, these plates here, the reason why I'm not going to be worrying about doing the back section is if I'm not going to see it, what's the point in spending so much time on it? That's the way I look at it. GG. Let's go like this. Control B. Select these. Whoops. I get stuffed. Control B. GG. What's the time? 20 past 11. We're getting there. Starting to get a bit late. Work tomorrow. And I really appreciate you guys coming out, checking what's going on. What's happening on the haps. Let's now, I'm going to grab these 3 pieces. Let's go Shift D. Actually, undo that. Let's come back to snapping. We'll go to incremental. Shift D. G, Y, 10 minus 100. Okay. So now when it comes time to put that back. Oops. Yeah. All right. So now let's just kind of just start Control B. I'm just going to do it the old fashioned way rather than using Shrinkwrap. And the point of that is I can just do this really quick, create a few plates. Let's go probably one through there, Control B, delete faces, grab that, go Control B. I don't really have to worry about shrink wrapping on this one. So something like that. Maybe what we'll do is put in through there, in up here, Control B to do another bevel, delete faces. And then so when I put this back, I'll just put in, actually, let's do that now. I'm just going to select all this, Control L, P, separate by selection. So now this is its own part. And then when I put it back on there, I can put in the subdivision, solidify modifier on there. Let's grab this, GG. No. GG. Cool. Let's put another edge loop through here. Control B. Delete faces. GG. Something like that. And I mean, as you can see, I'm just kind of blitzing through this. It's nothing fancy. Cool. Let's do that. Control B. I think I initially had plans for this model to have kind of like a second hangar bay. Well, actually, no, these pieces here at the second hangar bay. But I think I was going to do one at the front. But let's not. Let's just kind of get the film finished. Because the goal is nowadays is to finish a short film in 2 weeks. This is now sitting at week 3. I'm not too concerned about it. But it just would have been nice to have it actually done. What do we say? Solidify, modify. 0.50 G Y minus 100. Sitting on the top there. And there we go. So now I've got these panels sitting on the front. Like so. A spaceship ships or boats? I would say I don't know. Thank you very much, CGI Tech. Really appreciate it. Can't you see it's working? Next 10, 15 years. Space car, spaceship, space boat. Yeah. Oh yeah, if you're new to the channel, welcome. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. Trying to get that 25,000 mark. Come on. We're actually trying to get 100,000. But trying to be with realistic goals and just want 100,000. So technically I should probably build in here. But what we do need is a turret. Some massive get stuffed weapon. Let's do that. So this cube here was actually there for scale. But anyway, let's go Control S. Let's save that. Let's go Shift A, and we're going to start afresh. Let's go G to the X, and we're going to make a massive turret somehow. Do I want dual cannon? Let's do dual cannon. Let's go GY, something like that. With here, actually, edge loop down the bottom. And I'm just winging this one now. I do like that view. Let's go. Oh, gosh dang it. I really should be using bevels at this point. But off the top of my head, I mean, bevels? Booleans at this point. But off the top of my head, I can't really think of them right now. Delete. I know it's like control numpad something something. Beautiful. So something like that. Delete faces. And that one. Delete faces. Control. Let's go. Let's go. Shift S cursor to select. Shift S cursor to selected. Let's now go in and add a cylinder. My goodness. Starting to get warm in here because we are moving into spring. But we've had a stupid amount of rain. So it's been fantastic. Let's go like that. Let's go G to the Y. So something like that. Let's grab this, scale that on the X. And then what I'll do is I'll add in a solidify modifier. Let's give it some thickness. How does that look? Beautiful. Lovely. Jubblies. Blender is very easy. Just requires a little practice. Absolutely. Voyager, I'm making an animated short film. And this is kind of the friendly ship. For those of you who have joined me, welcome. 32 viewers. That's awesome. So this is one of the shots that I kind of like pre-rendered as a test. I actually got to do a lot of rendering coming up. Can you press play? I press play. Do you want to press play? You want to be a jerk now? Oh, it's fine. If I press play now, will you work? Yeah, you'll work now. And so this is kind of like one of the test shots that I was doing. Turned out really nice. There's a few jittery bits like that one in there. And that, but I'm not too concerned about that now. Oh, that looks so cool. Do you want to save changes? No. Oh, I closed it, you idiot. Anyway, please be careful not to put skin mod on. Oh, you remember that? Yeah, that was That wasn't fun, was it? Far out. Yeah, I lost a lot of work because of that. Let's bring this back. Let's go Control L. Shift D. I'm going to hold Control like that. Actually, let's make this bigger. Scale Y. I think it should be something like that. Shift D. Hold Control. Control R. Shift R. Dang it. GY. Control R. R. Ah, stuff you, jerk. Okay, Shift D. Come on, let's get some stuff happening. GY. Hold Control. Up there. Wham, bam. Thank you, ma'am. Control L. GY. Not feeling it. Alright, sorry, I'm just trying to work this out. So let's now go ahead, Control J, join these. Let's go into edit mode, select everything, rotate 90 degrees. Let's go G. I'm going to put that there. Let's throw in a mirror modifier. Let's go Shift A. We'll add in a cube. Let's select this. Sorry, I'm just trying to think. Trying to think what would look nice. So normally what I do for inspiration is I might just quickly jump on a Google search and go like SciFi shift or something. What's the difference between L and Control L? Do they do the same thing? What? So, I just learned something. So if I have one piece selected and then I select a second piece and press L, it'll select the last selected thing. But if I do it, if I select another piece and go Control L, it selects all. Oh, I had no idea about that. Thank you. Oh my goodness, that sucks. Oh, far out. So there you go. I learned something just then, which is awesome. So let's grab... What a kick in the pants. Let's grab this battery pack piece, which I call it battery pack because it looks like a battery pack. We will change this back into face. Shift D, G. Let's scale that in. Where are you? Period key. Or sorry, full stop key. Let's put it like so. And then I'm going to grab this piece. Oh, that is so annoying. Shift D. Feel like an idiot. Let's go like that. Plop it about here. Cool. Period key, zoom in on that. Let's grab this piece. I'm going to do mouse wheel like so. Let's go 1, 2, Control B. Oops, let's grab these pieces. Let's grab these pieces. E to, oh, actually, let's go undo that. And we will come from medium point to individual origins, E to extrude. So it goes in like so. Let's put another edge loop in like so. Obviously you can see I'm being fairly carefree with everything. Let's now select, actually, yeah, do that. I think so. C, then we do I to do another selection. Let's go I again. E to extrude, and then scale on the Y. Yeah, nice. Bevel, beautiful. Spicy. I think what we need is some pipage through here, I would say. So let's maybe go Shift A. We will add in a cylinder. So there's multiple ways of obviously doing this. You could probably use a Bezier curve. However, I am very much a fan of the spin method. The spin method was way better back in 2.7, whatever it was. Something like that. G, X. Beautiful. Let's go mirror modifier. And shade smooth. Come to here, auto smooth. And what I'm going to do as well is I'm going to go Shift D, put it in like so. Actually, sorry, let's do that again. Let's go G to the Y. So we've got something like that. Nice. From here, I'm going to grab this section, Shift D to duplicate, P, separate by selection. Let's select that piece there again. I'm going to go K for the knife tool, C, Z, cut all the way through, enter, V, I hate you, V to rip. Let's select this one, Control L, delete vertices. We will keep that, G to the Y. Lovely. Let's now add that solidify modifier on there. 0. Bring it up. Whoops. She hit the floor. That's not bad. I'll buy that for $1. Whoa. Don't know, French. I am French and I'm using English of Blender because French version is weird. Minute 64. No. Cool. MC Pro. What does it take to work at Pixar? Mate, a good show reel. That's what you need. I'm trying using L myself. I noticed that I will select the object in edit mode where your cursor is in. Is that true? Yeah, no, you got to be in edit mode. So you got to select it and then press L. Unless you've changed the key bindings. Unless you've got an add-on that does L. All right, I'm fairly happy with that. However, I think let's just quickly add in one more piece. Shift S, cursor to selected. Let's quickly add in cylinder. Go away, spin tool. I don't need you now. Oh, excuse me. G to Z, scale. Scale, Shift Z. I'm going to make that kind of something. Ugh. That does look a little bit yuck. That doesn't work. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab this piece here. This piece here, Control L. I'm just used to pressing Control L. I'm going to go Shift D, Z. Something like that. I'm going to grab all this. Control B. So we've got that, and that's the piece that's going to sit on. Bevel we will change. Oh, because the bevel's now changed to angle. Yeah, beautiful. Lovely. All right, so now let's go ahead and apply all the modifiers. We got mirror on that one, so let's go Control A. Control A. Control A. Is that? Oh, that's all our pieces. Oh, sick. Let's grab all them. Control. Actually, I want that one to be my last. Control J. There we go. So now what's going to happen is I can go. Okay, let's go into object mode. Let's go bring it up. And now we got some big get stuffed cannons. We go something like that. Ooh, can we put one on there? Shift D, hold control. That looks good. Mirror modifier on that one. So we've got now either side. Problem is they've only got rotation. They don't really have. That's actually a really bad place. Oh, yeah, because technically, if it shoots, let's not get too carried away from that. It is working. No, you shouldn't need to. You should be able to. You've probably still got something selected, like a vertice or anything. Please make a tutorial on a car animation. When the time comes, yes, I shall. Let's finish this piece off here. We'll grab this. Shift D, G to the Y, E to the extrude along the Y. And we'll do that. E to extrude on the Y. So it goes like so. We've got that piece, beautiful. I think we had these tiny little pieces we don't have on the other side. So let's go mirror up. Is that right? Did I break something? I might have. Oh, ploppers. Mirror object. This one. As the things in Minecraft say. That side looks fine. This side is not fine. Why are you not fine? Why are you not fine? Why are you being a jerk now? Don't be a jerk. Alright, so now I've got a problem. Oh my goodness, do these not line up? Alright, what I'm just going to do is... well, what if I move this one up? Nope, same problem. Alright, well, let's go like this. Then I'm going to go Control A to apply the mirror. And then I can select all this, C. Control L to make sure I've got everything selected that's linked. And then I'm just going to manually move it in place. There we go. We'll cheat. Alright, so I'm fairly happy with that. Let's just check material mode to see what it's like. I have no idea. Oh, gamer, welcome, buddy. All right, so we're looking good. This here, what's this material? What's this material? Let's have a look. Hull 1, you can go hull 1. Is that UV unwrapped? It is not. So let's go U smart UV project. Ookly dookly. And I'm just going to go into rendered mode. Let's just check it out. That's not bad. These plates here. Let's select all that. U smart UV project. Cool bananas. These materials here. Let's just give that. Hull base? Nope. Let's just go hull 2 for that one. U can be hull 1. This piece here can be hull 3. Actually go hull 4. U can be hull 1. Yuck. Nope, we'll change that. You are hull 2. What are these Greebles? Come on. Yeah, that's one. You are hull 2. Nice. This piece here, whatever, you can be hull. You can be an ugly color. All these. So I'm just assigning everything a material now. Let's go hull 1 and copy material to selected. Nice. Oh gosh. Whoa. Okay, so if I select, that's already been done. This here, Smart UV project. So I might need to increase the UV maps size. This random piece, you can be hull 3. You can be hull 1. Pipage. Do I have metal? Let's go extreme PBR combo, asphalt. Let's go metal. Ah, metal. That one there. Dun 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 dun. Add material. Okay, metal 10. So you. Yo. Ow. You. Any other pieces? Yup. And yup. Nope. 9. You. Do we have anything else outstanding? Okay. We come back into this one here. Right there. Copy materials. Nice. Let's do this. I'm not going to bother doing that one. You can just go hull 2. Don't need that one. There we go. You Smart UV project. I noticed that if you place no, A will select everything anyway. Like regardless of what it is, A is kind of like select all. And to undo that, you got to double tap A. Okay, so that's fine. The question is how I'm gonna go. All right, you can get away box. I don't. How do you do that material? Is there a specific day or timing for the live streams? Please reply. Normally on a Sunday night, about 9 p.m. for me, but I actually started at 10 p.m. tonight, just because I was playing a little bit too much Terraria. But I do stream sometimes over on Twitch, so if you want. Normally people watch gaming live. So I am over on Twitch as well, just so I don't smash the channel with videos. Because I mean, already I got 3 videos a week plus a live stream. It's a lot of work. But I'll probably tomorrow night, I'll probably jump over on Twitch and just do some motion capture. Oh, what is that? You suck. Anyway, let's. I'm just going to delete that piece. We're not going to worry about that one. Okay, so I'm fairly happy with all this. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to select all these pieces. I'm going to press move, new collection. This will be our large transport ship. Oakley dokley. Oh no, I saved it. That's all right. So now hopefully, yeah, so now I've got the large transport ship. So if I go Control S, let's kind of maybe do one more shot. I got 5 blend files open. This is 6. Let me just go save as. I just want to check where it is in the public. No, so let me just quickly save that over to SciFi Jumper ship. This one is large transport ship. There we go. Controller. Have you ever made games? Yes, I've made several games. I'm technically, my actual job title was senior 3D and VR developer. So I've been making VR applications in Unreal Engine. So that's why you'll see there's a few tutorials on how to use Unreal Engine 4. And I will probably start revisiting that as well to try and get as much, more of an audience, I guess. So there's that one. Okay, let's go File, Save As. Warp in. This is ships entering. All right, cool. So now what I'm going to do is delete. I think, oh, geez, did I just save? Yeah, that's fine. Just interesting, ships entering. So we've got this ship. Okay, you can go over here, buddy. And then we'll turn off that constraint. And we'll grab our other ship, turn off that constraint. What have we got here? Camera, follow path, track 2. That's fine. Delete, go away. Let's now go File. I want to link, because I don't want to bring all the data from this large ship into this one, large transport ship. Oh, that is massive. Oh my goodness. Rotate 90. So definitely, oh, okay. That's a big boy, if you know what I'm saying, sunshines. Oh, isn't that right? Oh, delightful. Oh. And we'll delete those keyframes. Let's maybe now, whoops, select everything. Turn that off. When did you start 3D? So I started, well, it's Markom3D is my Twitch thing. So I started Blender, and I wish I stayed with it back in 2001. But back in 2.4, I think it was. But there was one thing I couldn't work out, and it deterred me, which I'm really gutted about. It really deterred me, but really I've been using Blender hard now for about 6 years. Really, yeah, going hard at it. Let's go Shift S, cursor tool selected. Let's do what we did before, and we'll get our empty. I'm going to put a cube empty at the front of the ship. Let's just make that bigger. Like that. Control P to parent. Keep transformation. And then I'm going to press I. Rotation, rotation, and scale. From here, we're going to go scale. I scale. And we'll bring this back now. G, X, 400. Whoa, 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 whoa. G, X, 400. G, X, 400. 1000. I, location. And so now if we're kind of playing it. Oh, jeez. This is what I was talking about before. My view always keeps getting reset. Oh, it's just over there. Isn't that lovely? Let's go. Because the whole point is this kind of like tiny little ship. And then in comes this ginormous thing. So let's go maybe here, and let's go another GX 4000 I location. I think maybe that's a little bit too harsh now. Bring that back a little bit. What? Because the point is we're going to be in this front view of this ship. Of it coming out of the field. This one here will be behind it. Kind of almost getting ready to fire. And then in comes this like... What the? Yeah, cool. All right. Let's have a look. I'm trying to like... Because I remember using Blender in year 12. In year 11. Because I was still riding my push bike, which was the red road bike, which I got this scar from because I fell off the first day I got it because it was wet and I almost hit a car. And that was 2001. So it's almost midnight now, so I'm plus 10 Sydney, Melbourne, Canberra. Yeah, I know about the Automatic King. Have you tried Cinema 4D? I would love to try Cinema 4D with all the particle settings and all that. I would very much love to, but I probably won't just yet. So, what's the time? Oh, it's midnight. All right. We've got a decent lot of people here, but unfortunately, I think it's time for me to go to bed. Go check the Blender Nest podcast. If I wake up early enough, if I wake up at 5, I will jump on that. So make sure you head over there. A big thank you to CG Matter, who's doing one of the voices. I've got Curtis Holt doing one of the voices. I've got Carl Poiser doing one of the voices. And Little Annie, who is a streamer over on Twitch. Fantastic gamer there. So, until next time, thank you very much. And I will see you next Sunday. Tomorrow night's video is going to be kind of like a Reallusion month. Where I'll be going through the process of using Character Creator and iClone and motion capture and all that kind of stuff. 3 killing. Oh gosh. But yes, go check that out. And I will see you next time. No, not yet. Yes, I want to end the stream. Yes, end.